Hi, everybody. This is a slideshow for people who couldn't make it to the Japan meeting on Tuesday evening. So, sorry, just trying to go back. We're going to Japan in June of 2022. So, next June. We'll be gone for 10 days. That includes a day of travel there and a day of travel home. Um, and we're going to go to Osaka, Kyoto, Takayama, Kanazawa, and we're going to have an amazing time. So during our meeting, we went over safety and our EF partnerships, travel plans, and our tour itinerary, what students gain from travel, what's included and what's not, prices and dates to mark in the calendar, and how to enroll and submit questions. So about me, first of all, my name is Kelly Aragon. I teach at Chatfield High School. I teach photography and jewelry. I've been at Chatfield. This is my 7th year and my 10th year teaching. Why I believe in travel. I think travel is such an important part of just the human experience. Connecting with other cultures outside of our own is an amazing experience. Also, I studied abroad in college, and it really helped me gain confidence, learn about a lot about myself, and it also helped me just like grow up. And I think that I believe in travel because it provides that incredible growth for our students, my students as well, which is why I lead these trips. So why I travel. This link is my Adventures with Aragon Instagram page. And so here's some pictures from my previous trips. This is 2019. So we didn't get a chance to travel in 2020. This trip was planned for 2020. And then obviously things got shut down. But I love this video. It's a picture or it's a video of my student Lucy, who has graduated painting fresco style, just like Michelangelo did in the Sistine Chapel. So not only did we get to visit the Sistine Chapel and see his fresco paintings, we traveled to his hometown in Florence and were able to try our own luck with painting into wet plaster like Michelangelo. And it was really cool because it really gave us this respect for the process and how talented he really was as an artist. My first trip with students, we went to Italy and we just were there for like 10 days and it was amazing. We went with half of the students in this picture were Dakota Ridge students and half of them were Chatfield students. And the students that travel with me, I still keep in touch with them. They're in college now. They're about to graduate or have graduated, and it's just really awesome to really deepen those relationships and see students as they grow and change. This will be my third trip traveling with students. Although I've traveled to Europe quite a few times, and this will be my third EF trip, my fourth EF trip overall. So why plan for 2022 travel now? Well, it gives us something to look forward to. It's been a long time since we had something to look forward to, a chance to reconnect with the world. We've all been really isolated over the last year and a half. And it also gives us a chance to spread payments over a longer period of time, knowing that you can divide up the payments into smaller chunks when we're planning for travel next summer. I partner with EF because when I started teaching at Chatfield and I decided that I really wanted to offer travel opportunities for my students, I met up with Rhonda Gunkel. She is a Spanish teacher and she's been teaching at Chatfield forever and traveling with her students forever. And she recommended the company to me, and her recommendation is a big deal. EF has over 55 years of experience. They have staff on the ground 365 days a year in over 50 countries. They're a world leader in international education. Most of the kids in middle and high school who travel on an international trip travel with EF, and they're accredited just like our school, which means that you can actually earn high school credit by going on this trip. Obviously, you have to do a little work. You have to complete a project and submit it to EF. But yes, you can earn a high school credit, and then that's one last class that you have to take if you're in when you're in high school. If you're yeah. Other nearby schools that travel with EF, so Dakota Ridge. My really good friend Jenna teaches over at Dakota Ridge, and so she's going to be my chaperone for this trip. And I've traveled with her when I talked about the Dakota Ridge students and Chatfield students traveling together. We did that trip together. Columbine High School travels with EF, Lakewood, Devlin, Green Mountain, and then every pink dot you see on this map, all of these high schools travel with EF. Safety on tour. So it's really important. We have local support and insight because we have a local team based out of here in Denver. We have a dedicated personal tour director. So what that means is we have a tour director, a person who stays with our group 24/7 minus the time we have for lunch, because that's when we go off on our own and do our own thing and eat lunch, and they go make plans for the afternoon. But they do everything. They make sure we're set for our dinner reservation. They make sure that our bus driver knows where to meet us. They make sure that everyone's happy and healthy. And if somebody's not happy or healthy, they can get us to the services that we may require. They're also bilingual. So I don't speak Japanese. I don't really know any Japanese other than konnichiwa. So our tour director will be someone who's bilingual and be able to translate things for us, which I think is really important, especially when you travel somewhere where you don't speak the language. There's a safety and incident response team that works with EF in cases of emergency. There's enhanced safety precautions and procedures due to COVID. For every 6 travelers who are on the trip, we'll have a chaperone. So it's not like me and 25 kids and me trying to keep track of everybody. We have chaperones that are going with us. And EF supports all my safety policies and the safety policies that are in place at Chatfield. So if it's something that wouldn't happen at Chatfield during school, it's not going to happen on our tour. I really love EF because they have a peace of mind program built into every tour. It provides our group with flexibility to change the dates or the destination of our tour in uncertain times. So I wouldn't change the destination because I really want to travel to Japan. But if it was something that was unable to happen, we could change our date, which we've done twice now. Global travel protection. So I have everybody enroll in the global travel protection policy. It provides it's available to everybody. Everyone has it when they enroll on this trip, and it provides both pre-departure and post-departure benefits. So this is like if you were injured and you couldn't go on a tour, you would be able to regain your investment. And you have the opportunity to enroll in the Global Travel Protection Plus plan, which adds a cancel for any reason option through 1 day prior to your departure. And you can recoup most of your investment without, having an injury or being unable to travel. So our itinerary, I will link it, our tour page in the email that I'm going to send that came with this slideshow, but our itinerary. So some of the things we're going to see, do, eat, and experience. We're going to travel to Kyoto, go to the Golden Palace, visit Bamboo Forest, go to the Fushimi Inari Shrine, and go to Tokyo. Those are just some of the things we're going to do. Some highlights are touring Osaka's Canal Street, shopping in the Harajuku district, and that's the one that has all the cool anime and cat cafes and stuff like that. Enjoying a traditional Japanese tea ceremony, experiencing Japanese temples, participating in a gold leaf chopstick activity where I think you make your own chopsticks and bring them home. Doing a Zen meditation experience and visiting the Kanazawa Castle. And so students that travel abroad, everybody comes home changed in some way or another. Students who travel expand their knowledge of the world around them, discover more about themselves, grow more confident and independent, and come to understand more about new people, places, and cultures, which is so important in our global world. And just, experiencing things. It's been really hard over the past year and a half, but experiencing things, outside of our comfort zone can really help us grow and change. Um, and there's a video here about, a girl who came home changed. I wanted to play it for you.
I remember being on Santa Cruz Island in the Galapagos. We were about halfway through the trip, and I kind of just got this feeling, and it was something that I had never experienced before. But it was just a feeling of excitement and peace, and this is exactly what I was meant to do. And I know it sounds silly at such a young age, I was only 16, but something told me this is what you're meant to do. And I didn't know how or why or what, but I knew that travel was supposed to be a part of my life. How did you feel when I told you I wanted to go on Mrs. Bigland's first trip?
The first thought in my head was, no way am I sending you halfway around the world by yourself with anyone other than myself. Any parent's worst nightmare is, God forbid, something should happen to your child. But putting all of that aside and listening to you and knowing what you felt that you could get out of traveling, that's the most important thing.
As soon as I came back from my first trip, I decided to take in other perspectives that I hadn't noticed before. I gave more chances. I just learned to forgive, and I became such a better global citizen. And I realized that I had such potential for having an impact on the world.
I think after seeing the world and seeing all the good that you can do, I certainly think that pushed you forward to go into the career and the major that you are going into now.
So I know that everyone's been dying to know, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I got something in the mail today, and I'm going to Arcadia, class of 2023. So I found my current college, Arcadia University, and they are nationally ranked for study abroad. And I'm really looking forward to trying to get into the Peace Corps. So I can definitely thank travel for not only just changing my job route, but also changing my life, honestly. When you're in a new place and you don't know anything around you, you can't just take things for granted. And I think that's what makes me feel so empowered and so motivated to take a more active role in making the world a better place. Is just being open to trying new things and hearing new perspectives. I just think back to all the times when I was so involved in the moment, and I just try to be like that every day. I have one last question for you, and that is, are you proud of me?
I am so very proud of you. One of my most proud moments were when you came back from your trip and the stories that you told me of the things that you saw. That, just a landmark. It was experiencing the culture and appreciating the culture. And that showed me how much you have grown as a person. And that makes me very proud.
Love you.
Yeah, so as a parent myself, I want to give my kids every opportunity to have those experiences that help them grow into the people they're going to become. So this is one of those things that we can offer our students. Also, with the tour, you get personal learning, so you can build college confidence and earn college credit. So, oops, sorry. You can earn high school credit just by going on the trip and doing a personal project. You can earn college credit. You can earn 3 credits by doing college level work and partnering up with the EF's partner. I think it's a university. I can't remember the name of it right now. And then also college applications. So EF provides like the Uncommon app access, which will help you with your college applications when that time comes. So we're traveling with as a group travel, which means EF will pair us up with other groups that are interested in the same trip and the same like around the same dates. That's why we say June of 2022 with not exact dates. This is really cool because it offers more friendships. Like the last trip I went on to Italy and France, I only had 6 travelers, myself included. So what happened was we were paired up with a couple of schools, and by the end of the trip, everybody was friends, and it was really cool. So they'll give us they'll give us our departure dates closer to departure when they pair us up. So they've done the math. If you tried to book this tour on your own, you could to an extent, but it would be more expensive, more stressful, and just a different experience. So this is built entirely around it's student centered, which is really awesome. It's an educational trip. A single flight would be around $1,700 a person. So if you were to take your whole family, you'd be looking at almost $7,000. I know that's a big number. I have 4 kids, so it going anywhere costs a lot of money for us. Similar hotels in Osaka, Kyoto, Takayama, Kanazawa, and Tokyo for 8 nights in June, because 2 of our dates are travel dates, would average around $1,016 a room. And so if you were traveling with your family, you'd have to book 2 rooms. So that's taking our price up to over $8,000. You would also be missing out on the private licensed day guides unless you hired them yourself. So 9 days and just 3 hours a day would be over $1,700. And remember, we have the 24/7 tour director who stays with our group. And they're like our 24-hour a day guide. And then transportation, if you were to rent a car, it'd be over $1,000. So if you were to book this on your own, just for flights, hotels, transportation, guides, for one person, you would be paying over $5,500. So that's not our price, but just keep it in mind. So $5,500. So our trip includes airfare, hotel rooms, a full-time tour director, on-tour ground transportation, an educational itinerary built for kids by experts, guided tours and activities, including a special private karaoke evening in Tokyo, which I'm so excited about, breakfast and dinner every day, 24/7 on-tour assistance, local traveler support team in Denver, a tour donation page, which is like a GoFundMe, but you just give people the link and they can contribute directly to your travel donation page. A project-based learning program, the Uncommon app college essay toolkit, you get a travel backpack, and it includes global travel protection, which is one of the insurance policies they gave you. Things you'll cover that are not included are a passport, spending money, lunches and snacks, tips. So it's $10 a day per traveler. And then the college credit, if you wanted those 3 credits for college, it's an extra $215, which is really cheap for college credit. And then the Global Travel Protection Plus plan, which would be an optional $460. So making it happen, how do you pay for it? So you could do bi-monthly payments, which would be $289. I know most people are paid twice a month, although teachers are not. $578 a month after the $95 deposit. So that would be 8 months of that payment. You could pay in full for $4,715. Remember, the price if you were to book this on your own for one person would be over $5,500. So we're saving money here. And that includes the $95 deposit. Or there's manual payment options. There's additional restrictions and fees. I think it's a $50 fee, but you could pay it in chunks. It just has to be paid before, I think 180 days before our trip leaves. So adults can travel too. It's the same easy payment option with the price of $5,215. I actually have one parent signed up right now to travel with us. So making it happen, we have a global citizen scholarship that you can submit an application for a needs and merit-based scholarship. And then we also, EF also provides the customizable tour donation page. So you can send the link to friends, family, and loved ones. This is a really great thing for people to donate to your trip or your student's trip for holidays and birthdays, because what do teenagers want? Well, usually it's money to buy stuff, but buying stuff isn't nearly as memorable or as important as travel. So people can donate directly and to the trip cost, which is really nice. So mark your calendars. We'll be traveling sometime between Monday, June 6th and Thursday, June 23rd. So the earliest we could leave would be Monday, June 6th, and the latest we could return would be Thursday, June 23rd. But we'll confirm these exact dates prior or closer to departure. So if you're planning on traveling, just make sure you're not planning any big family reunions or trips during that time period. So it's time to enroll. I have a group of students already traveling, and I'm opening up 6 more spots. You can secure your spot with a $95 deposit, and the enrollment deadline is next Friday, September 24th. So don't miss out. I linked this in the email, but you can also hover your camera over the QR code and scan it. And then if you have any questions, you can either email them to me, or you can hover over this QR code and scan that and fill out the Google form and then put your questions in there. Thanks for tuning in to my little PowerPoint presentation here. I'm sorry you couldn't make it to the meeting, or maybe you were trying to make it to the meeting but had issues joining the Zoom. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope that you get to travel to Japan with us.